Hey Mom, I was wondering if maybe you could cut me a little slack this month in making my usual payments. After all, I just had my baby, and my children, your grandchildren, need the essentials, and I'm exhausted. I'm not asking for a favor, just a temporary reprieve. I promise I'll make it up to you next month, though.
Excuse me, are you really trying to skimp on my payments this month? Gee, Hannah, I'm your mother, not a charity. I need that money for food and rent. How am I supposed to pay for my apartment without it? $2,000 isn't a fortune, you know this, right?
That's actually a lot of money, though. And I told you I can't pay it all this month. I understand, but we're talking about a newborn here. My baby needs food and clothing and a crib and everything, and I just don't have that much on hand. I can still give you half of it, though. Surely, as a mother, you can understand that, right?
Half isn't enough. I raised you and you're my daughter. I can't believe you're so selfish to be cutting me off like this. Do you remember the years I lacked so that you could have more? Well, when I asked you to repay the debt, you call it a burden. I don't ask for luxuries, just what I need to live.
I haven't forgotten, but this is not a thing of the past. I've given you money every month ever since I turned 18. Can't you just cut me some slack this one time? Is there no room for compassion in your heart?
Compassion doesn't benefit the host, Gianna. I've given you compassion all your life. Now you need to step up and do your duty. Don't make me look like the bad guy for expecting you to respect my words. If you ask me to let you off this one time, then you'll be back again next time asking for even more, and you'll have to pay me the full amount or else.
You're being unreasonable, Mom. There's no way I can pay for my baby and pay you at the same time. I can manage it next month, but I just don't have the money this time.
Well, you can't blame me for being so bad at saving. You should have just prepared more for this type of situation. You can't just come crying to mommy whenever something goes wrong and you need money.
I'm not crying to you. I'm just asking you if you can't just let it slide this one time. I'm sure you have savings you can rely on just for the extra $1,000.
This is what I get for trusting my good-for-nothing daughter? She tries to cheat me out of my money and dumps me? How dare you? I raised you. I'm your mother. You should love me.
You're making it pretty hard to love you right now, but I'm telling you that I cannot pay the whole payment this month.
Such a stupid girl. No wonder your father left us. He saw you were worthless. I still had faith that you would turn out all right. Now I see that I've raised a thief and a cheat.
What? You're the cheat here? You take $2,000 from me every month and you don't even say thank you. This is absolutely unfair to me. I'm raising a family of my own, so I don't care why Dad left or what he thought about me. And if you can't accept that, then I don't care what you think of me either.
How dare you? I raised you from a little girl all on my own. It's natural to pay back the massive debt you owe me for putting up with you all that time. In fact, you're lucky I'm only charging you $2,000. Really, I should be raising it. How does $3,000 sound?
You're crazy! I can't even afford $2,000. How on earth am I supposed to afford that?
You work all day anyway. You probably have tons of cash squirreled away that you aren't even sharing. You just want to keep it for yourself to make your poor mother beg. Well, no more. I'll make it $3,500.
No way!
If you still want to be my daughter, it'll cost you $3,500 every month.
I've had it. I'm not paying your fees anymore. I've had enough of your games and manipulation. The reason I work so hard every day is because I have to pay off your stupid payments. And now I've got a baby I need to care for too. If you care at all about me or my son, then you'll let me skip this one payment, please.
Oh, wow, okay. You're really gonna play that card with me? Fine. I guess I'll take your $1,000 this time. But next time I want the full $3,500. Do you understand?
No, this $1,000 is the last money you'll ever get from me after this. I'm not paying your stupid fees anymore. I need the money for my baby. And I'll be cutting down on shifts too to care for him, so I won't be making as much as I used to anyway.
Fine, be that way. Do what you have to do, but don't expect me to applaud your choices. You'll see what selfishness gets you in the end.
Whatever, I couldn't care less what you do anymore. I'm not paying.
We'll see. Gina, my payment is late again. What happened? Did you die or something? I've been waiting days. I need that money to cover my bills.
Mom, I told you I'm not paying you anymore. You got your money last time, but I'm done giving anything to you. You need to understand that I have my own family to take care of now.
Oh, you're still being stubborn, I see. I thought by giving you some grace last month you'd be grateful, but apparently you're still as stuck up as ever. You'd never appreciate anything I do for you.
I'm tired of you freeloading and taking my money. go out and get a job. It's time for you to find financial independence. I'm not supporting you anymore if you're just going to take advantage of me. It's not fair to me or my family.
Is this really how you treat your mother? Well, I'll see how well the rest of the family likes it when I tell them the news. They'll be so disappointed in you. I bet they'll even kick such an ungrateful daughter out of the family for being as rude as you are. You'll see what happens when you bite the hand that feeds you.
You know, if my family can't accept that I'm my own person with my own family to take care of, instead of spoiling you every month, then good riddance. I wouldn't want to be a part of that family anyway. I'm done living my life to meet their expectations. It's time for me to prioritize what's best for me and my own family.
You are the worst person I've ever met. I can't believe I gave birth to someone as cruel and heartless as you. You'd abandon your own family just because you can't get your way. What a brat. You're terrible. I sacrificed so much for you. And this is how you repay me?
Say whatever you want, Mom. I'm used to it. I think the reason Dad really left was because he finally got tired of you and your pathetic whining. Honestly, I don't know how you grew up having this little self-awareness. It's not my fault you can't handle hearing the truth.
Listen, I'm a generous person, and you're my daughter, no matter how disappointing you are. So I'll give you another chance. Pay me my money this month and I'll let it slide. $3,500 isn't a lot. You should be grateful for my leniency.
Actually, that is a lot. And I really can't afford anything more right now since my son is costing more than I thought. I don't have the money to spare. You'll just have to find someone else to beg. Maybe you should try to find some other source of income instead of relying on me.
I would never reduce myself to begging. And I'm just telling you that you owe me $3,500. And if I'm counting the last payment to the total, you owe me $4,500. If you don't pay that now, it'll only get worse. You think you could just ignore your obligations? Think again.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say. Good luck. I've got enough to deal with without worrying about your demands.
I mean it. You'll regret being so selfish and hoarding all your money to yourself. Mark my words, Gianna. You'll see the consequences of your actions soon enough.
I'm not hoarding anything. What part of this don't you understand? I have no money. Not for me and my baby. And definitely not any to spare for you. You're living in a fantasy if you think I'm just sitting on piles of cash.
Fine. I gave you the easy way out, but I guess now I'll have to do this the hard way. Don't say I didn't warn you, Gianna.
Hard way? What are you talking about? Are you seriously threatening me?
I filed a lawsuit against you. From now on, you'll have to pay me $4,000 a month. That'll teach you to ignore your responsibilities.
What? $4,000? You'd do that to your own daughter? Talk about being ungrateful. I've paid you $2,000 every month since I turned 18. And you're going to sue me now? This is outrageous.
That's right. I already hired a lawyer. And we're suing you for withholding money from me. If only you had paid my fine, we could have avoided all of this, but you had to be stubborn. You brought this upon yourself, Gianna.
But I barely have enough money to keep my family going. Where am I going to get the money to pay a lawyer? And I need a babysitter while I'm at court. And I'd have to take those days off too. This is a disaster. You're making my life impossible.
Ha! Tough luck. This is what happens when you try and cross me, Gianna. Now you've got to pay me much more. I even upped the price of my fee, too. Maybe this will finally teach you to respect your mother and do as you're told. You should have thought about the consequences before disrespecting me.
Please, Mom, I'm begging you. Don't do this. I have a baby. You can't be so heartless.
Oh, please. You keep using that baby as a defense. The only reason you had the child is so you can worm your way out of things. My baby needs his money. My baby is home, so I can't go. My baby needs this more than you. I'm tired of hearing about your baby. This is about you and your terrible money habits. If you hadn't spent so much over the past month, you'd have enough money to pay me.
Don't talk about my son like that. I guess it makes sense that a horrible mother like you would be a horrible grandmother too. I spent all that money in surviving with me and my son. If you really want to sue me, I can't stop you. But I won't stand here and let you insult me and my child.
Ha! That's what you get, you ungrateful brat. But it's too late to pay your debt now. I'll just take it from you in court along with everything else, too. I'll be getting a great pay raise with this one. You should have thought about the consequences before disrespecting me.
Why are you doing this? Please, just get a job like the rest of us. This is tearing our family apart.
Why would I? I put my heart and soul into raising you for 18 years, so it's only natural that you pay me back for all the time and effort. You owe me this money, and if you aren't going to pay it willingly, I'll just have to force it from you. You'll learn to appreciate all the sacrifices I made for you.
You're terrible. That's an awful thing to do. I'm an adult now. I shouldn't be punished for being your daughter. You're ruining my life, Mom.
Well, I talked to the family. Like I said, we all agreed that if you didn't pay up, you wouldn't be part of this family anymore. You brought it on yourself, Gianna.
What? No way. What did you tell them? There's no way they would actually think that. You can't just cut me off like that.
It's true. I talked to them all myself, and they agreed. We don't need a freeloader who doesn't pay debts in our family line. You should have thought about the consequences.
This can't be happening. I can't believe you're doing this to me.
I bet the look on your face right now is priceless. Serves you right. I hope you enjoy your new life after this court case. You and I are through. You'll regret ever crossing me, Gianna.
You know what? Fine, I don't care anymore. I'll do your stupid court case. But after that, I want you to leave me and my son alone. I don't want anything to do with you ever again.
As long as you pay the monthly fee on time after you lose. That works out great for me. Why would I want to talk to a stingy, no-good daughter like you anyway? You made your bed, now lie in it.
Oh, Stacy, what do I do? My mom is going to suck me dry of every last penny. I tried to talk to my family, but they all rejected me. Whatever she told them, they believed 100%. I feel like I'm trapped in a nightmare.
Man, I'm sorry, Gianna. That's really tough. Have you tried your other friends? Maybe they can help you too? Sometimes a different perspective can bring new solutions.
I tried, and they wanted to help, but none of them have the money to help with the court case. Let alone if I lose, I'll need $4,000 every month just to pay that horrible witch. It's like I'm drowning and there's no lifeline in sight.
Are you sure she won't change her mind? You are her daughter after all. Maybe if you keep trying to reason with her, she'll come to her senses.
I tried. I've begged her to drop the lawsuit, but she just won't listen. I'm so worried about my son. How am I going to feed him if I have to pay my mom every month? It's like she doesn't care about anything but her own greed.
Your mom is a terrible person doing all this just so she can have her money. I wish I could help more. But at least I can watch your son while you go to court. That should help relieve the stress a little bit. You're not alone in this, Gianna. We'll get through it together.
Really? Thanks, Stacy. You're the best. But I still really need to beat her in court. Otherwise, someone else will have to take care of him for the rest of his life. I'll be too busy working and trying to pay off those stupid debts. It's like she's determined to tear our family apart.
Well, I can lend you some money for a decent lawyer too, but you'll have to plead your own case with the judge. I'm sure they'll see your side of everything once you start talking to them. We'll fight this together, Gianna. You're not alone in this battle.
I hope so. I can't stand to lose my son and my house and everything, really. It feels like everything I've worked for is slipping away and I don't know how to stop it.
You won't. Just have faith. We'll find a way through this, Gianna. Remember, you're stronger than you think. And justice will prevail in the end. We won't let your mom's greed destroy your life and your son's future.
Did you see the look on that judge's face when I tried bringing your son up? That was hilarious. He shut you down immediately, just as you deserved. I could barely contain my laughter.
Can't believe I'm losing this case. This is ridiculous. There's no way that the judge actually thinks you have a case against me. I feel like I'm trapped in a nightmare.
Face the facts, Gianna. You're the one who's in the wrong here. That stupid head of yours always off in La La Land, trying to hoard all your money to yourself. I hear you even took overtime, too. Trying to stash up more? I knew I should have gone for $5,000. You're delusional if you think you can outsmart me.
No, I'm trying to pay off my lawyer to fight this stupid court case. I need the money for myself. You're heartless if you think I'm just trying to stash it away.
There you go again, being all selfish. I need the money way more than you do. How else am I going to pay off my apartment? You should be grateful that I'm even considering letting you keep any part of it.
I don't care. This is all a nightmare. I can't believe my own mother would do this to me.
Good. You're finally realizing you're in over your head. Well, it's too late now. This lawsuit will make me rich. You'll finally learn your lesson about crossing me. It's time you face the consequences of your actions.
How can you be so heartless, Mom? Don't you care about what happens to me and your grandson?
Oh, spare me the melodrama, Gianna. You brought this upon yourself with your stubbornness and disrespect. You should have thought about your son before you decided to defy me.
So, Mom, how are you doing? You seem a bit flustered, right?
Impossible. I can't. This can't be happening. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's happening. The jury voted the lawsuit was dropped, and now not only are you not getting paid by me, but you have to pay me. Ha. It's like poetic justice, isn't it?
But how? The judge wouldn't allow this to happen. There must be some sort of mistake.
Yeah, about the judge. I finally was able to talk to my cousins, and they told me everything you had said about me. That I owed you thousands of dollars and refused to pay, even though you asked really nicely. But I told them the truth about you, and they were shocked. Word spread around the family, and that's when they revealed the truth to me. You can't control everyone, Mom.
What? How dare you talk to my family behind my back? You were expelled from our family. You have no right to talk to any of them. You've betrayed me.
Actually, it's my family now. Once they learned that you had lied to me, they realized what a scumbag you are. And instead of kicking me out, they kicked you out. Funny, isn't it? Now you're the one who has to pay off my lawyers. The time it cost me to take off work and the legal fees too. I don't have to pay a single cent. Oh, and you remember the other part of the lawsuit, don't you?
That's not fair. You can't do this to me, Gianna. I won't stand for it.
I'll remind you. The judge, the new one, decided that you have to pay back all the money I gave you over the years as payment for everything that happened. A fair price, I'd say. Let's see, $2,000 a month for 5 years. Yikes! That's a lot, right? But it isn't my problem anymore. You reap what you sow, Mom.
Wait, did you say a new judge? What happened to the old one? This can't be happening.
Well, when I talked to the family, they told me how you bragged about winning the case and having it in the bag because the judge was secretly an ex-boyfriend of yours. Well, the town council wasn't happy when I told them this, and he was dismissed from the case so a fair judge could finish the trial. Karma has a way of catching up, doesn't it?
No, this can't be true. I won't accept this.
Yes. Oh, and also, I think you should be expecting a call from the police soon. Conflicts of interest in court are taken very seriously. I'd expect the fine would be very high for something like this. Good luck with it all. Remember that if you can't pay me, you'll wind up with jail time. Thanks, Mom. Maybe this will teach you a lesson about honesty and integrity.
Please let the charges drop. I can't afford this. I don't have a job. This is all spiraling out of control.
It's time you get one then, you lazy old hag. Thanks to this money, I'm taking a trip to Europe. After I finish the baby's new nursery, I can actually pay back Stacy what I owe her. And for babysitting my son while I'm on vacation. I could sure use it too. My back is killing me from all this overtime. See, hard work pays off, unlike your scheming ways.
No, this is all your fault. You're a horrible daughter, a wretched woman who hates her mother. I'll tell everyone how evil you are and what you're forcing me to do. You'll regret this, Gianna.
Good luck with that. The family already knows my side of the story and knows you lie and cheat to get your way. If anyone believes you, they can just come to us and we'll set them straight again. All right, I'm off to pack now. Have a good life, Mom. I'll be expecting that first payment soon. And maybe some apologies, too. I had a wonderful time on my vacation. My friend Stacy babysat my son while I was away, and with the money my mom managed to scrounge up, I paid Stacy well. It was such a relief to have someone trustworthy looking after my son while I enjoyed some much-needed time off. Building the nursery was a labor of love, and seeing it all come together was incredibly fulfilling. It felt like a fresh start for both me and my son. I could finally cut back on my hours at work and spend more quality time with him, knowing that I wasn't burdened by the monthly fee to my mom anymore. Of course, I knew my mom wouldn't be able to keep up with the debts for long. Watching her struggle to make ends meet while still trying to pay me every month brought a strange sense of satisfaction. It was like seeing justice being served for all the years of manipulation and greed. And then, hearing about the large fine she received for breaking the law with her ex-boyfriend, the judge, it felt like poetic justice. She thought she could bend the rules to her advantage, but it only backfired on her in the end. Now she's scrambling to work multiple part-time jobs just to keep her head above water. It's amusing to see her hustle so hard after all the years of taking advantage of others. I want nothing more to do with that greedy freeloader. That is, if she's even free. The police threatened her with a prison sentence if she doesn't make her payments. It's a consequence she brought upon herself, and I have no sympathy left for her. She tried asking my family for help, but they all rejected her once they learned the truth about her lies and manipulations. It's poetic justice at its finest. As for me, I don't really need her money anyway. I've managed to build a stable life for myself and my son without her interference. But it's satisfying knowing that justice is being served to my greedy mom. She got exactly what she deserved.